Throughout the world, human beings have had a habit of forming societies. They cluster in a condensed area and develop advanced concepts of ownership, territory, and economy. Once this society reaches a certain size, it gradually begins to become ineffective for those within it to carry out all tasks to the same degree. The ground is set for specific individuals to move their capabilities out of the general pool and specialize. And this is all very well and good until the society becomes large enough and unwieldy enough for any one person to struggle in directing it. And thus the specialization of governance comes into being. This very rapidly runs into a large roadblock in human psychology. People in general resent being told what to do, and often this resentment will be turned upwards towards the people who exist to tell the people who don't want to be told what to do, with their reward being that they get to be the one doing the telling, apart from in the cases where the resentment becomes terminal. This laid the groundwork for a new form of government: democracy. Democratic governance is very simple in principle. Instead of people telling other people what to do, the people who are being told what to do select the people who will do the telling based on what the people doing the telling say that they will be telling people to do. Democratic governance is rather more difficult in practice. Questions arise as to how to choose the people doing the telling, what kind of telling they are allowed to do, whether the telling is extremely stern with crossed arms, or more sort of just a suggestion if you're interested, thank you for listening, that sort of thing. This is a deeply complicated thing, and no democratic society does it in exactly the same way. However, most of the populations of those societies will agree that out of all of them, their way is the right way, which by definition means that every democracy on Earth is the best one. Some democratic societies opt for a system in which two governmental options are presented. In many of these societies, the two options violently disagree with each other on fleetingly small numbers of issues that they don't see absolutely eye to eye on. However, in others the options are far more divisive, with differences leading to potentially mind-boggling swings in how a nation might rule itself. In these situations, the worst possible outcome is for a close run. A large proportion of that population is going to receive exactly the outcome that they didn't want, and in the case of the outcome being negative overall, the proportion of the population that did want it in the first place will largely end up not wanting it anymore. Of course, a smaller section of the population will remain grimly determined to continue to be happy with the outcome, no matter how bad it gets. An alternative to this is a system in which many more than two options are offered, and each option receives a weight in governance based on the number of people who decided that these are good people to be told what to do by. And by this means, a compromise can be reached.